Hi, biology students. My name is Ms. Scott, and I am one of the chemistry and chemistry honors teachers this year. I've taught it for the last 3 years, and so I've made this little video to kind of help you figure out what class you might want to take next year. Okay, so most people coming out of biology are going to take either chemistry or chemistry honors as their next science class. And so what's kind of the big difference between these two courses, and how should you decide which one you should take? So here's some kind of first basics. What do each of these classes cover? What am I going to learn in chemistry? Chemistry is the study of matter. So it's the study of how matter is composed, what its structure is, what are its properties, and the changes that matter undergoes. And so in regular chemistry, we're going to look at these topics. So atomic structure, electronic structure, bonding, chemical reactions, equilibrium, acids and bases. And we're going to end our year with ocean acidification. So kind of coming back to what you've learned in biology. In chemistry honors, we're going to cover a lot of the same topics, okay? You'll notice that most of these are the same. The few ones in purple are a couple ones that we tend to cover in chemistry honors. They're kind of other things, so nomenclature is how we name chemicals, intermolecular forces, or thermochemistry. And that tends to be because we move a little bit quicker, so we have a little more time to cover more topics, okay? So these are kind of the two main, thinking about what are the main topics covered in both classes. But realistically, they cover a lot of the same material. So maybe you have some questions. Will we get to do cool labs when we are in person? Yes, hopefully when we are in person, both of these classes are going to do cool labs. Okay? The awesome thing about chemistry is that you get to do things like light stuff on fire and add things together and watch it change color or substances seemingly appear out of nowhere. Okay, it's a lot of fun, and hopefully when next year we're in person, we'll get to do a lot of these things. Will we learn organizational skills? Maybe that's something that's been really hard this year for you. And so yes, for both classes, we generally tend to use notebooks. We're very intentional about how we organize those notebooks. And so that's something that's the same for both classes. Will we have homework? Yes, you will have homework for both classes. No matter which one of these you choose, you are going to have some homework, and hopefully not too much from either. And will I be prepared for other science classes? Okay, so maybe you're someone who's already thinking ahead and you're thinking about classes you might want to take in later years. Okay, you're like, I already know I want to take AP Environmental Science, or I already know I want to take physics. Does it matter which one of these I take? The answer is no. Both of these classes are going to prepare you for whatever science class you want. Even if it ends up being AP chemistry, even if you find out you love it, you can still have taken regular chemistry and be successful in AP chemistry. So, Ms. Scott, then what's the difference between these two? Well, there are a couple things that you should keep in mind. Chem honors moves at a quicker pace. Okay? It is going to move quicker than biology is moving right now. And that just means that we spend less time on topics. So something we might spend 2 days on in regular chemistry, we're going to spend only 1 day on in honors chemistry. Okay, we're just going to move a little bit quicker. And we are also going to have more homework. And so one of the reasons we can move quicker is because we have more homework and there's more expected of you outside of class. So in general, you're going to have somewhere between 30 to 45 minutes per night. So that means that every night that we meet with you, right, every class period, as compared to about 15 to 30 minutes for regular chemistry. Now, these are ranges because it depends on how fast you work and kind of depends on that particular night. Maybe some nights it's closer to the 45 minutes for honors chemistry. Other nights, it's actually closer to like 20. It just kind of depends on where we're at. But in general, there is more homework for chemistry honors. That not keeping up with homework is the quickest way to fall behind and struggle in honors chemistry. And honestly, the same for regular chemistry as well. But because there's a little bit more work, and because many students are taking lots of other challenging classes like AP Comp or AP World History, maybe an honors math class or an honors language class, this just tends to be a lot of work on your plate. And so sometimes a class or two gets kind of dropped by the wayside. And when this happens, it's really hard to be successful in either chemistry class, but particularly chemistry honors. And the main difference in terms of the material, what we cover, is that chemistry honors is far more quantitative. And so that means that it has more math, more problem solving, and everything like that. Okay? And so be honest with yourself. If you're someone who has kind of struggled in math this year, you found it a real challenge, we are going to spend much less time going through the algebra or how to solve problems in chemistry honors. And so we do expect you to have some solid algebra skills coming in and to feel fairly confident in your math. That doesn't mean that we're not going to help you at all, but that just means that we are going to move a little faster through that math. And so it can be challenging if you're struggling in math this year. It can be a struggle. So some things to think about and ask yourself if you're thinking about taking chemistry honors. So first thing, are you interested in science? Are you enjoying science this year? Maybe you don't even know if you're really that interested. You don't know what you want to do or really study later on, but you're enjoying biology and you like learning about this stuff and you like working at it. Then it's a great option to try and challenge yourself and take chemistry honors. Has math been a struggle for you this year? As I mentioned, it's going to be more quantitative and it's going to move faster in chemistry honors. So if math has been a struggle, regular chemistry may be the better option for next year. The most important thing, though, that you need to think about is considering all the other classes and extracurriculars that you want to be a part of for next year. Do you have the time to put in the work to be successful in chemistry honors? You need to have time to put in the work for both classes, but if you have a bunch of other honors and APs you are signing up for, if you're part of a bunch of extracurricular activities, be mindful of your own well-being and health, okay? And think about making sure that your workload is manageable, okay? So consider how much time you have. The bottom line is everyone is capable of being successful in chemistry, okay? No matter whether or not it's chemistry honors or regular chemistry, you can be successful. You just need to make sure that you kind of set yourself up for success. If you want to talk to who teaches chemistry, at least this year, and ask them some more questions, Mr. Gallego teaches regular chemistry. Mr. Sohal, who some of you have for biology, also teaches regular chemistry, as do I. And then Ms. Yao and I teach honors chemistry. Great resource would be go talk to anybody who happens to be in those classes. Maybe you have an older friend or a sibling who's in one of those classes this year. Get a little perspective. But also feel free to email any of us. We'd be happy to answer your questions. Hopefully you learned a little bit about the difference and got a chance to meet me. Hopefully I get to see you guys all next year. Have a good rest of your day.